I'm gonna start with this video that inspired me initially to make this. So let's take a look.
Grunting?
Can this be a gym ick? It depends on the gym. If you're in just a regular 24-hour fitness and you're screaming, as long as it's just like once, I'm gonna put this in the rarely category. Very rarely do they actually exceed something that is dramatic. You know, some people can make jokes like trying to troll. I could see grunting being an ick, but it's a gym, guys. You're gonna make noise. Nothing too crazy to me.
It's like, how are you not sweating? Like, you're here to work out and you're wearing a baseball hat.
You're wearing a baseball hat. I've never heard of that one. Yep, here it is, the dreaded baseball hat. Is wearing a baseball cap an ick?
When people set their stuff on a bench and then they don't use the bench.
I will crash out over this. Half the time you don't even know who the fuck it is. So you just see stuff. So you just get mad at the air. There's no one for you to get mad at or to talk to. You just have to sit there steaming out of your ears. I have to play devil's advocate. There are solo lifters. They don't have a buddy to hold the equipment for them. I've left equipment for 20 seconds to go fill up water. And that shit gets taken. It just gets snatched. If you leave like a water bottle and you're gone for more than 5 minutes, fuck you. You suck. Unless you're saving it for yourself because you're going to the bathroom or you're getting water, cool with me. Go right ahead. Solo lifter, what are you supposed to do? Other than that, come on, guys. Sometimes people just forget their stuff at the gym and they just leave like a water bottle at a piece of equipment and they walk out the gym and they won't be back till tomorrow. So you just see a water bottle for 10 minutes and you're like, oh, all right. I guess someone's using it.
Ego lifting, that really bugs me.
Caramba, no. Permíteme, campeón. Lo peor es no intentarlo.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one. Here's the thing about ego lifting. It entirely just depends on what someone is training for because partial reps look like ego lifting. If I'm doing a set of 225 on bench, I start to do these half reps on my chest. Is that me ego lifting? If we're talking about the ego lifting where someone clearly can't do the weight, they clearly have no clue what they're doing or they're gonna hurt themselves, yes, absolutely. So I'm going to again place ego lifting in agree. If it's that type of ego lifting, yes, it is an ick. However, you have to look at sometimes people will train a certain way. You do as many reps as possible on curl and all of a sudden your curls just start to be millimeters of just this. Take that as what you want. Maybe you train a different way, but it's always worked for me. So my friend, a couple of years ago in 2023 actually made an ick video. So I found it and I'm gonna react to it 2 years later. I'm in it. I'm in this video. I'm gonna see what I said and I'm gonna see what other people said and we'll see if we can get some more rankings.
Skinny kids and wife beaters. If you're not at least 150 pounds, you do not belong in a wife beater.
Is this acceptable to y'all? You know, it's pretty based. Is skinny guys in wife beaters an ick? Sometimes.
Leaving your weights out after you're done and then just walking away.
I agree. But again, there is a caveat. When I was in football, no one ever took the 45s off the bench. That's just one example. Think of a machine at your gym where even at 45 pounds, it still feels like weightless. Yeah, maybe for grandma, but it depends on the gym. I agree mostly at commercial gyms, depends on the gym.
People just sit on the pec deck on their phone for like 2 hours. I swear, I never see them actually use the machine.
Sometimes, especially at commercial gyms. Everyone has a smartphone. Regardless of the normality of it in society now, different weight training styles require certain rest times. It has been scientifically proven that muscle mass and sets are just better if you rest for at least 3 minutes. What do you want me to do? Like twiddle my thumbs and look around? I mean, sometimes I do that, but yeah, I'm gonna look at my phone. If I'm waiting 3 minutes before my next set, it's a long time. You just want to go, but you gotta wait 3 minutes. If they're sitting on their phone and they're taking like 10 years, yeah, fuck you. If you're just sitting on your phone because you gotta rest 3 to 5 minutes between your next set, just don't take like 30 minutes. Like,
and their hair oil on the machines and they don't wipe it down.
Not wiping down the machine. This is the first one that I highly agree with. Hold on, there's got to be a way for me to show. I'm going to prove why you need to wipe it every single time. The lying leg curl machine. Your face is right against the seat. Your mouth is right here. Your sweaty head is right here. You think while you're doing your set and you're going, oh shit! I'll make this even better. I'll make this simulation even better. I'll pour water. Oh, now I'm sweating too. Now I'm sweating. You see how much sweat is on my face? You see how it's coming out? Let me lie on the laying leg curl. Yep, doing my leg curls. Oh, would you look at that? A shit ton of sweat and spit and everything else. Fantastic, man. Yeah, dude, totally. This is what I want to lay down my face onto. Oh yeah, don't mind if you're sick or anything. If I'm sick, that's even better because now you're putting your face in my bacteria and virus. Perfect. If you don't wipe the machine down, you are disgusting. You're gross as fuck. Wipe the fucking machine. 2 fucking seconds. Wipe. Do it. You fucking disgusting fucks.
Spitting on their hands. It is nasty.
I didn't know people do that.
They do.
Gross.
Spitting on your hands.
I'm gonna have to go with those people that just don't wipe their on afterwards. I'm the germaphobe. You ain't cleaning that fucking out of the bathroom without washing your hands. What you doing?
Based.
When people walk barefoot.
When people walk barefoot. This is an interesting one because being barefoot it's not the worst thing in the world. If you are in the machine area working out barefoot, dumbbell area, working out barefoot, I don't know about that, guys. However, if you have a turf or a power section, I've seen people be barefoot. About 1.5 years ago, I trained UFC, spar every Saturday and Sunday. You're barefoot on that mat. It's fucking disgusting. It's definitely been thrown up on, bled on, sweated on, spat on. I think a gym is way more sanitary than that mat. People doing barefoot in the power rack or the turf, go right ahead. I'm gonna say sometimes because I get it. It's feet. I get it.
Don't re-rack your weights, you
Okay, we already have leaving weights out. I'm not talking about leaving weights out. This is what I'm talking about. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. Look at this. If you do this shit, fuck you. Oh my. I'm not talking about just leaving weights out because sometimes it's acceptable to leave your weights out. You gotta be in the right environment, right machine, right equipment, etc., etc. You are just lazy as fuck if you do this. This is horrid. I don't think people understand how much this ruins the gym atmosphere and culture because as soon as this happens once, it just happens forever and then nothing will ever be re-racked properly. The gym staff, they don't want to deal with this shit either. Like, fuck this shit, right? Like, this is the worst. Like, I don't want to have to deal with this shit. Just throw it. Like, absolutely unacceptable. Not re-racking properly. Absolute S tier level crash out because this happens more often than these other two. The spitting on hands, so I'm gonna put it towards the front. The spitting on hands and not wiping machines, like I kind of rarely see that. Granted, I'm not looking. Not re-racking properly, this is a deep-rooted gym problem, and once it happens, it's a parasite and you can't get rid of it.
For those itty-bitty skinny tanks that barely cover their nipples.
Well, yeah, it's a very revealing tank that I have. Okay, here's the thing. I know that girl, so that's funny. Are string tanks an ick? I think sometimes. I can be humble enough in my own string tank bias that I can agree. Sometimes it can be distracting. It's like if a woman is wearing nothing, you know, it's like, okay, I get it, you know, it could be seen as egotistical. I just like wearing it because I look good in it. I like to see my symmetry. Here's the thing, if it makes you feel good, you actually get discernible benefits like checking your form or just seeing how you look if you're doing a bodybuilding show. And whenever I can do something that makes me go hard, like wearing a string tank because it motivates me, I like to play devil's advocate. I play devil's advocate for all of them, and I play devil's advocate even when I disagree. So,
And if you're not going to put your weights away and I have to pick them up.
Not going to put the weights away. Okay, so that's 3 times I've heard that. That's pretty common.
I love it.
People hoard all the dumbbells.
What do you say? Hoarding dumbbells. Nice. I think the problem with this ick is we have to measure at what point is it hogging. If I get 2 sets of dumbbells, 20s and 30s, and I only hog them for 3 minutes because I have a superset. I do curls at 30 and then I set them down and then I do curls at 20 and then I put both sets back. Is that hogging the dumbbells? I don't think so. Now, let's say I took 3 to 4 sets of dumbbells. There's no real excuse for that. So I'm going to agree with this. I'm going to agree because I think highly agree should be non-excusable ones, and there are some excuses for hogging the dumbbells. Some. Very, very situational. Depends on the gym, but if you're just hogging the dumbbells for like 20 to 30 minutes, 10, even 10 minutes, dude, like, all right, just use 1 to 2 sets at a time, and let's call it.
When people just stand in the way of everything, like they don't have a place to go.
Standing in the way / standing in front of the mirror. I think this is a sometime. Guys, sometimes they're in their own little brain, in their world. Give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're standing in the way because they just don't see you. And should people be aware? Of course they should be. It's the gym. You should be aware at all times. However, if it's because you want to see yourself in the mirror and someone's just, for example, resting in front of you, what the fuck? They're resting, bro. I mean, sometimes the gym is crammed. Have you seen the dumbbell areas? Have you seen how crowded it can get? Sometimes there's not enough room just to be able to look at everything, dude. But here's the other side. If you are standing in front of people intentionally, if you are standing in the way of people intentionally and you do it consistently, yeah, that's pretty bad. It's not a good thing, especially if you don't understand the hierarchy. Maybe I'm gonna put that's my own ick right here. I'm gonna add my own ick that people don't know. Okay, my ick is called not understanding seniority. So what I mean by that is when people are working out, there's a tier level as to how people should maneuver around. For instance, if you are currently working out, you are currently curling, pressing, doing something, you are at the top of the hierarchy. If anyone touches you while you are working out, fuck them. They are in the complete wrong. Absolute complete wrong. The only way that this can be offset is if someone working out bumps into you working out. Then it can go either way, it can go which way, but generally, if you are working out, no one should touch you. The one below that is if you are re-racking weight. If you are re-racking weight, you have to avoid people who are working out. Simple. If you do not have weight that you are currently re-racking, stay the fuck out of the way of people racking and people working out. That is the seniority level that I'm talking about. People working out, people racking weights, people not working out. Simple. This one is pretty egregious. Now, if you don't understand to stay out of their way, that's pretty unacceptable. This last ick that I came up with for you guys is a very niche. It is called the flat bench open. What the hell is that, you might ask? Well, it's something I came up with just now. Have you guys ever experienced a scenario where you need to use the incline bench? All of the incline benches are taken. Okay, that happens. But you notice one of the guys, he's using the incline bench to flat bench. And right next to him is a flat open bench. Holy shit. It's like, dude, you're doing an exercise that you could do on any bench, anywhere. It just so happens that you're doing the exercise on the bench that I need when there's a bench that you can use anyway right next to you. Oh my God. It's so niche and it happens so rarely. But every time it happens, it just is just like, I mean, and here's the thing. Again, I will give you the benefit of the doubt. Just maybe that flat bench was taken before he got to the incline. She just wanted to flat bench dumbbell. So he started using the incline bench to flat press because the flat bench was taken and then the flat bench guy left. And then I come in and see the scenario and get mad. How often does that happen? I would say about 25% of the time does the guy actually notice, hey, I'm doing this, maybe I should do this so that he can use the incline. So for that reason, it's an excuse. Throwing it in the agree. Well, guys, I think that does it. I think that just about does it. That is my tier list on the icks in the gym. Some of my favorites was baseball cap, hogging, the dumbbells. Not spitting on the hands. That's a new one. I haven't heard of that one. I shall look out for that. And I think my number one biggest ick has to be not re-racking the weights properly, because not only is it annoying as fuck, it creates a culture of a cesspool of viruses who do not put the fucking weights back, and it will never fix. What do you think, guys? Let me know what your gym icks are at the gym. If any of these you agree with, you disagree with, let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe. Boys got momentum lately, so if you could like, comment, subscribe, guys, share this video with your friends so that they can maybe agree, disagree with you on your icks. Say like, nah, I disagree, bro. Like string tanks, like, nah, who cares? That's not an ick. Either way, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. So blessed to have over 1.1 thousand subs now. Goal is to hit 2,000 by June, end of June. So let's keep rolling, guys. Let's keep rolling. Love all y'all. Let's get it.